All right, guys. So I'm bringing you guys with me on another vlog. I have to travel through 3 states, guys. Literally, I'm here in New York. Going to be traveling to New Jersey to meet up with my partner. No days off pack. He's got the female that's in heat right now. Then I need to travel deeper into New Jersey, where I'm going to meet up with my mentor, Garden State June, pick up the semen from one of his studs. Then I'm going to be taking the semen, the female, and we're going to go get the surgical done. So I'm going to bring the semen with me, go get the surgical done, and then along the way, I actually do got to link up with one of my boys. I need to help him out and do an ultrasound on one of his dogs, as well as I have one of the puppies with me, and she's going to get her ears done as well. So today is an eventful day. I had to clear out my whole entire schedule because I'm literally just going to be on the road. So I figured, hey, why not bring you guys with me and bring you guys on another vlog, another episode, just a day in the life of a full-time dog breeder. All right, guys?
I got you right now.
What's going on, Bully fam? So what's going on, Bully fam? It's with the educator, the scientist, Mr. Double Muscle Line Bulls, bringing you another episode of Breeders Hacks. Yeah, guys, like, I'm on the road right now. I got a good couple of hours just before I even get to my partner, No Days Off Pack, Double Muscle Line Bulls. I'll give you guys a quick explanation of our dynamic, right? So as you guys have seen in the episodes, I mean, he's always been a super solid individual, great friend. I mean, I could count on him for stuff. And when you meet individuals who are like that do great business, don't try to jerk you over, things like that, those are the types of people that you want to collaborate with, you know what I'm saying? And one day I just was like, you know what? You've been such a great individual. We both have similar goals in mind. How would you feel about being my partner? And we partnered up, and it's been a great, amazing relationship. So what happens is, because of how my schedule has gotten now lately, it's more challenging for me to get my breedings in because I'm juggling so many different things, courses, online content, shipping out orders, the list goes on, like you name it. With that being said, what I did was to lighten my load. Instead of having so many dogs at my one location, I started to bring some of the dogs to him, some of the females. And I said, when the females are ready, let me know. I'll pick them up. I'll do progesterone testing. This was before he got his own machine because I gave him a machine. But, you know, hey, I'll pick up the females. I'll do the testing. When they're ready, I'll go ahead and I'll knock out the breedings, whether they're with our studs or with other studs, whatever the case may be. And we split everything 50-50 because how we both are, we're able to do business together very well. The chemistry is there, essentially. So now I brought probably, I want to say about half of my females over to him. I still have my own dogs that I personally I have to keep locally here with me. But he has half of the dogs, the other half of the dogs. And collectively together, you know, we got a nice kennel collectively together. And neither one of us feels like we're too overworked or whatever the case may be. Anyway, so I'm going over to him to pick up actually one of my females that I'm super, super, super excited about. And this is Puff, Cocoa Puff, actually, not Puff. So Puff was like my prized female that passed away. But before she passed away, she left me with 2 puppies. One of them was a male, which was double cross. He unfortunately passed away due to a tragic accident. So then I was left with the daughter, his sister, Puff's daughter. So she's in heat now, man. If you guys go back, you'll see the episode of it. So that's what we're doing now. We're gonna go pick her up. She's ready to be bred, and it's crazy. It really shows. It's crazy how time flies. You guys can see that episode was a couple of years ago. She's matured into a beautiful female. She's old enough now. She's ready to be bred. So we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, pick her up. We're gonna go visit my mentor, Garden State June, who he has a dog that his dog was also in the video, who we're breeding to, King Chaos. I really, really like how he looks. I like his features a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and breed to King Chaos to bring in some of those particular features that I would like to incorporate into our program. Me and my partner and Pac talked about this for quite some time. We think it would be a good collaboration to bring in. Other than that, then, like I said, we're gonna take her to the vet out there, get the surgical done, and then from the surgical, then I have to, like I said, link up with one of my boys. He's also going to get a sonogram done since I'm already gonna be out that way. He's in Philly, leaving from New York, going into New Jersey, and then going to Pennsylvania. So he's in Philly. I'm gonna help him out. I'm gonna do that ultrasound for him, confirm if his female's pregnant or not. I don't do house calls. This is just because he's a really, 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 really good friend of mine. That's what we're doing. So I ran over here real quick to get gas and some food. And we're gonna hit the road. I'm just gonna bring you guys with me. Like, this is a normal day. Like, At any given time, a female's ready. All right, boom. I gotta make moves. I gotta hit the road. Even if it was a female that I had here at the house, I'm doing either the AI, TCI myself. Like I'm still testing. This is all stuff that I have to do. And oftentimes before I had my own studs and all this stuff, like this is what I was doing. Like I would have to go to the vet for an AI or TCI before I knew how to do it myself. I'd have to go get the semen from the stud owner, things like that. Like this is what you'll be doing until you get to a point that you could do everything yourself. And then even then, you may be like somebody like me who I still kind of got to do this because I don't do surgical. So, I have to go get that done at the vet. My partner has the female. I got to pick up the box because it's an outcross breeding. It's an outside breeding. Not every breeding is going to be an inside breeding. So you may have to go still get semen shipped and things like that. You can only breed tight within your camp for yet so long. So anyway, like I said, guys, so just bringing you guys with me today. All right. Here we go. Yo, she's girthy. Let me see if I can show the people real quick. Yeah, bro, she's more girthy now. Yeah, holy cow. That's the outside. That's crazy, bro. That's the outside. I don't nothing special, though. Hey, mama. Ain't no extra vitamins or nothing. She more girthy now, bro. Yeah, you can see. Wow. It's going to be interesting to breed her to this boy now, man. Because her neck, she's got the neck. She's got a little bit of shoulder. Her neck like this, dog. Look, yeah. Her neck big as hell. She got man neck. Oh, man. She got a stud neck here. Yeah. All right, man. So anyway, we here with my partner. Right, no days off, packed, double muscle line. Ooh, she ready. And he whelped this litter. He whelped her. My baby. We were standing right here when I picked him up. Now it's time. Like I said, he putting her in the car real quick. Yeah, so I gotta hurry up and get back on the road. But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be on the lookout. It's gonna be crazy, guys. It's gonna be crazy. So we are back on the road now. Just left my partner, no days off, packed, double muscle line bulls. We snatched up Puff, right? So yet again, as you guys saw, she's a big old female now. We're gonna go ahead now and head to deeper into Jersey. I wanna say another hour or two into Jersey and go pick up the box now, the semen off of one of the studs that we're breeding out crossing, right? So Puff, she is tightly bred. She is off of Crossbones, which is one of our main studs. So Crossbones bred to one of his daughters. So it's a very, very tight breeding. So that's why with a dog like her in particularly, we don't want to line breed or inbreed any further. She's very tightly bred as it is, and she takes after a lot of the bulldog type traits. I'm being honest with you guys right now, quite frank with you guys. She's a little bit more bulldog than I would like to see. So that's why she makes the perfect candidate for now an outcross with more of an athletic build and some of the stuff that we want to incorporate into our camps, For the people who follow exotic bullies, with the introduction of dogs like Crown and dogs like Kobe and, dogs that have very athletic, muscular builds to them. I think those dogs are great tools to have, but obviously using the right females to take to them. So for example, my female is tightly bred. I know what she's going to most likely produce for me because of the fact that she's already 2 times Crossbones, and I've seen plenty of Crossbones litters already, and I know what to expect, and I know what features come from what. So now when I outcross, I know what those new features that I see are going to be most likely from that outcross. Like I said, she's a perfect candidate because she's already tightly bred on our blood, on the blood that we've been using and know what it does, So we're heading to my mentor. I'm excited. So anyway, we're on the road. Got a little bit of a trip now, so we're gonna head to, like I said, my mentor, Garden State June. Done a video already showing the stud that we're using, King Chaos, but he told me he has a new stud, and his new stud is actually a Crossbones grandson. She's already tightly bred, so I don't think I want to use him, but I want to see what this boy looks like though, because who knows, maybe I use him in another breeding or whatever. I don't know, who knows. We'll see what he looks like in person. That's the great thing about being able to go to a breeder and see what he has in person. See how the dog looks in person. I've already seen the stud that we're breeding to in person, but he's got some new studs that I would like to check out. Gold Mine's another one. We'll see. Yo, what's going on, bro? Let me grab my bag. What's that? So we here now with Garden State June. So this, wait, but real quick, so the pet, this is off the Merle to King Chaos, right? Merle paintball dog. Wow. This girl's tough. So this is one of his productions. Come here. Oh my God. You breed bullies or no? Just the Frenchies, right? Damn, bro. And you got all tails.
Oh, I ain't getting that one king.
Wow.
Look at that. I always wanted to, I didn't have the space for it.
This is off of Chaos 2, a paintball
Paintball daughter, yeah.
Damn, bro. The bodies is crazy.
Hey.
Wow.
Yo, just like this, look.
And the head. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Crazy. Cause with the crossbone stuff, like I already know what I'm gonna get most of the time. But like seeing this bred to a paintball daughter, I'm like, damn, bro. Yeah, bro. These guys is tough. Wow. Let me see. Look at that. This one, I like this one.
Yeah, she's fucking.
She's crazy, bro. How old are they?
They're 15
bro.
weeks.
Yo, crazy, bro.
Look at the bodies.
Crazy. And it's similar to what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna take a 2x crossbones daughter to him and see what it gets. So actually, this dog that he has is actually outcross himself, meaning he actually purchased this dog. I believe this dog comes from China. Yeah, he's a China import. This is like, we're gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? You're hoping everything goes as planned, but you never know. Sometimes you get way better. Sometimes it doesn't, meet your expectations. But if you're going to do an outcross, I feel like a tightly bred dog to doing an outcross like this is a good breeding, in my opinion. Rather than taking a completely outcross dog to another completely outcross dog, and you don't know where the genetics came from, so you can't really replicate it like that, So for me, if we knock it out the park, I already know the father played this role, the mother that played this role. We can even run it up again. We can repeat it, create the same goal that we created. I can take more crossbones offspring and run it to this and do all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I could take crossbones offspring and run it to more of this particular blood to create this gold that we figured out now, things like that, so I'm optimistic. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of tight breedings, but this is going to be an outcross to see, like I said, about getting some of those newer blood in the program, as well as more of that muscled up, shredded up look. All right, guys, so we're on the road now, right? We secured the box. We got the box right here. I don't know if you guys can see the styrofoam box. It's got the King Chaos semen in it. So now we're heading to the vet. We're gonna go ahead and we're doing our surgical, where they're going to do the surgical insemination. I had stopped real quick just to get them a little bit of water. They can't really eat because you're not supposed to let your puppies eat before they get an ear cropping done, like the day of, sometimes even the night before, depending on what your vet recommends. And then since she's getting a surgical done, they're gonna put her under with anesthesia. I don't want them to have food in their system. Sorry, I gotta go. So anyway, guys, yes, we're on our way. It's getting late, but hey, this is part of the life, all right? So I'll tap in with you guys. So we're literally I'm a few minutes away from the vet's office. And for those of the people that don't know, Dr. Carlos, the great thing about him is he opens his doors after hours for breeders, bully breeders, Frenchie breeders, bulldog breeders. He's a real advocate for breeders, so that's why he doesn't mind opening his doors a few hours late. Essentially, we're rushing. Like I said, I'm going to be right there. So I'm kind of in a frenzy because I quickly need to get in because he's expecting me, so I could quickly, get the dog in. We could do our surgical breeding. The surgical is essentially when a dog like this, where she's already late, she's already like a 35 or something like that in progesterone, and we don't have a day or two to allow the semen to travel. A few minutes away, we're going to quickly get that through. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record, but I want to do my best. So when I get in there, like I said, all hands on deck, ring her in. We're quickly going to get all that done. And like I said, I'll record whatever I can. And then at that point, we need to leave and then head down to Philly to help my buddy do his ultrasound on his dog, as well as relaxin test. I'm going to do both. I'm going to show him how to do a relaxin test, and I'm going to do an ultrasound. And we're just going to confirm if his dog is pregnant or not. A surgical insemination is essentially when we take the semen, we make an incision, and the semen's deposited into her uterine horns. Surgically, she has to be under anesthesia for this, and essentially, it's just a different way to inseminate the female. Essentially, the reason why we're doing this, you're going to want to do this in situations where, for example, this female, when I found out what her numbers were, she was already really high. I don't like to do surgicals all that much, but when her numbers are super high, it's one of those things where it's like you have no other option because her numbers are too high. If you do an artificial insemination or a transcervical insemination, it's too late. She won't get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you want to do a surgical so that she can still get pregnant when her numbers are high. When you think that you may have missed the breeding and you can't do an artificial insemination or TCI, you do a surgical. So that's what we're doing because, yet again, things have been so crazy here. By the time my partner was able to get the numbers in, I was like, whoa, she's already high. I think she's like at 35. So I'm like, all right, let's do the surgical. So in surgicals, you usually have a high success rate. All right, bully fam. So now that that's done, we're gonna head to Philly. Like I said, looking with my boy, Vision Quest. He's got some dope dogs. He breeds Frenchies. Yeah, it's really starting to get late. I'm like really tired. But that's the last thing, and then we can start making our way back all the way in. With Mama here, Puff, since we did the breeding, what I'm just gonna go ahead and do is naturally what I would have done is brought her back to my partner's house until she's ready, and at that point he'll take her to get the C-section done, or I'll take her to get the C-section done. But I'm just bringing her back home with me because I'm extremely tired and not really trying to stop at his place. And actually, what's so coincidental is he's on the road right now. He's like an equal way distance from me. He went to actually go pick up a litter because he also does whelping. So he's picking up the litter and bringing them back to his house. So he's in Pennsylvania right now as we speak, but on the opposite side. Like I said, I'll tap in with you guys. So we in the lab right now with my boy Vision Quest. So we about to knock out the Belly Labs pregnancy test. So I brought my ultrasound machine just in case, but I wanted him to get used to being able to use these. So when I'm not around or whatever the case may be, he could do his own pregnancy test on his dog. So he about to try this out now. And what's dope about this test is there's a 96% accuracy. So in my opinion, sometimes that could be more accurate than ultrasound because ultrasound comes down to who's performing the test, Yeah, let's bring this out. There's two ways to go about it, bro. You could do one or two things. You can either draw the blood, because I've done it where we draw the blood. It's the buffer, right? So this is like the solution that we're gonna mix it with at the progesterone test. So they give you these two that you can prick the gum, and they're like, if you don't know how to draw blood or really, but you know how to do that.
You just draw the blood, bro. You don't need much. That's it. That's all you need, bro. You don't even need much blood.
But we just gotta put the blood in the tube, bro. The only thing is that whenever I take the blood out, bro, I never leave the tip on the syringe. And it could damage the red blood cells. And basically now, you're gonna bust open the Q-tip. That's why I brought you an extra box just to have for your soil. And now you wanna get it completely blood on it, right? So you can kind of just basically I don't try to dump that whole thing into it. And try to just rub it against the sides, you know what I'm saying? And now what you do is you open up from this side, you open up the top at the buffer, and then you're gonna now just spin it in here like this. 1, 2, 3. I probably do like 6 times. 1, 2, 3. So now once you did that, you break the top off. The grapes like that, and now you leave it in here for about 2 minutes. And you see, that's why they put this little thing here in the box. So you can just let it sit like that for 2 minutes. And then this is the test tube. You want to let it up. You want to open it as soon as we do that. They get it. It don't matter. I mean, you can open it whenever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as long as you use it within 10 to 15 minutes, they said. We're gonna let that sit for about a minute or two, and then we're gonna put about 3 to 4 drops. And then that's it, bro. And if it's 2 lines, she's pregnant. If it's 1 line, she's not pregnant. I think it's almost 2 minutes right now as we speak. So now, what you gotta do is, because if I open this right now, it's about to turn off. So that's why you hold it upside down like this, and now to twist the top of the little one. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it, bro. Drop. So I'm gonna do a couple drops. Let's see, that's 1 drop. That's 2 drops. And usually, if it's not absorbing it right away, this is what I do. I take this shit and I press the middle, cause sometimes all it is like you gotta look at it like this is like it's a sponge, right? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's sponge if it's not absorbing, sometimes you gotta help it. You know what I'm saying? So I did 3 drops. I do 3 drops. So what tells me if the test is running properly, it's gonna show a line for the C. You're gonna see a line for the C. You're gonna see a line for the C, but the T is gonna tell you if it's positive or negative. So now, you'll set a timer for like 10 minutes. And in 10 minutes, you're going to tell you you see them press down a little bit more. And you see how there's a line for the C, right? That C is control, meaning that every single touch, it should show a line for the C. If it don't show the line, then this test is invalid. Yeah, but when we wing in the sneeze, T. So we could double check it, right? So I got the ultrasound machine inside the car. So if you want an ultrasound, we could ultrasound it too while I'm here. So we're gonna let this sit for 10 minutes, and as you guys can see, that's why I like to have it elevated. So it slants down just like the thing. Yeah, so you guys can see. Hopefully she's pregnant, but as of right now, it's looking like she's not. So let's fingers crossed, guys. I only let it run for 10 to 15. Anything after that, cause sometimes people say, oh, but it's showing 2 lines now and whatever. Yeah, after 10, 15, it's expired. Yeah, exactly, after it expired, you know what I'm saying? So we could do the ultrasound real quick and see if she's pregnant too and shit. All right, so let's see some of the boys, bro. So which one is this one? Can you tell us?
This is Lord. No pine, no brundle. Blue foam merle.
And then you say he's a big rope.
He's a big rope velvet.
Velvet. So that's why the fur is like this. It's like smooth and soft, right?
Carrying the Q gene. This is Corleone. Full visual curly big rope. Probably the fluffy.
Yo,
no pine, no brundle.
That's fire,
Off
bro.
Apocalypse. So you know who Apocalypse is? That's one of his best sellers right here.
It's called a Husky Koi.
Koi, carrying pink, testable, chocolate, pink, everything that you want is in this dog. You know what I'm saying? This is the F1, so it means it's a phenotype 1. So yeah.
So if you're interested in using one of his boys, make sure you tap in with him. Dog Makers on Instagram.
Sure.
What we about to do right now is after we did the Belly Labs test, we're gonna do a ultrasound on his female just to make sure that she's pregnant. I think with the ultrasound, I think she's gonna show she's pregnant. So anyway, all right, make sure you tap in. All right, bully fam. So now that we're done with all that, the relaxin test and the ultrasound were kind of both right, and I'm gonna explain why. With the relaxin test, so I didn't realize she wasn't as many days as I thought she was. So this female was like 25, something like that. So still relatively early. So she wouldn't have enough relaxin built up in her body in order to show positive on a relaxin test. But here's what I will say, on the ultrasound, we did see what looked like to be the beginning development of fetuses. So even then, if he was local to me, I would tell him to bring the dog in a week and see how it looks. But I want to say, I'm sorry guys, I'm getting really tired. How it looks as of right now, I want to say that dog is pregnant. I'd like to see her again in a week, but I want to say she's pregnant. It's just the fact that we're testing her very early. So if we would have given her a week, I guarantee the relaxin test would have said yes. And the same thing goes for ultrasound, because even with the ultrasound, it looks like there's the formation of fetuses starting, but I couldn't really even see any heartbeat. So that's what tells me it's still really early with that particular dog, which he said that, she's definitely early. Which makes sense, So anyway, guys, oh man, I'm a little tired. I'm a little shot. I'm a little beat. But I tell you guys what, if you're a dog breeder, you don't mind the long trips. You don't mind the travels. You don't mind the hard work that goes into making all this stuff happen because of the fact that you love what you do, One thing I forgot to mention, Dr. Carlos, he basically said that there wasn't enough time to get to the puppy's ear. So I'm going to have to do the puppies another time. It's also my fault because I'm showing up so late. So I'm not going to have to reschedule this particular puppy, but at least we got the most important part done, which is the surgical. Making sure this female gets pregnant, it has puppies, Yeah, like I was telling you guys, I don't know if I even got a chance to mention this, even just talking to my partner again, talking to my mentor, Garth State Gene, and for him to say, this is one of the best females that he's bred to for this particular dog, seeing what those puppies look like, and that the mom isn't too far off related to my female, and for him to say that my female has more bone, more girth, more mass, more substance than his female that he bred and got those puppies, it makes me say, man, that must mean that I'm in a pretty good spot. That must mean that we're gonna most likely get some good looking puppies. And if someone of that caliber is thinking that way and I'm thinking this way, that yeah, we're gonna get the outcome we want. I'm pretty pretty sure and pretty optimistic that it's going to work out. And like I said, for him to reaffirm that is just huge, you know? Oh, excited, guys. I'm super excited, super excited. So I'm just surprised, actually, to be honest, everything worked out. Yeah, see, now I just got a bit of a drive going all the way back home now. But in my opinion, it was a day's worth that was worth it, you know, if that makes sense. Shout out to my wife for taking care of the dogs so I was done. And yeah, I'm just gonna go home, put these dogs away, Puff and the puppy. I'm gonna knock it out, guys. I appreciate you guys for coming along the trip and just kind of just seeing what it takes. Just a regular day in the life of a dog breeder, all right, guys?